Hello, my friends, and welcome to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. So, today, after yesterday video where I showed a list of properties for sale in Fivizzano, so Fivizzano, this town in Tuscany region, Massa Carrara Province, in the northern part of the Tuscany region. So in yesterday video I showed the price per square meter and I randomly show a certain amount of properties for sale under 100,000 euro. So in today's video I'm going to show only one of the selected properties, the one that I found more interesting for you to show. And so let's enter into this property that I found quite interesting, so that's why I'm making the video today about this property for sale in Fivizzano. So we're talking about semi-detached house for sale in Via Vigna. They don't disclose the numbers because anyway, it's not disclosed the number. Centro di Fivizzano is not really the center of Fivizzano, but is in a walking distance anyway. 85,000 euro, that's the asking price for 80 square meters and 5 rooms. So I'd say it's a lovely house simply because it's not in need of massive renovation. Maybe there's only one thing that I'm gonna say later that I'm not really amazed by these details, but anyway, overall the property itself is in a very good condition. So 85,000 euro, maybe then it's even possible to bargain, to drop the price once you're contacting the seller. Anyway, let's read the information, the property description. Now, here they're saying for information and contact this number and so on. Offers for sale in Fivizzano a semi-detached house with a panoramic view. So that is another plus. The fact that there is a panoramic view, it makes it nicer. This habitable portion of a house includes a cellar and a garden with an olive grove located a few meters from the house. Now, here we understand that this is an independent house, but they are selling a portion. So there are probably two houses in just one building. So this habitable portion of a house includes a cellar, a garden with an olive grove, located a few meters from the house. Now, on top of that, there is a panoramic view. There is also a plot of land with olive trees. So that also has to be included in the price. And obviously, these things are anyway, don't make the house very cheap, but again, considering that we are buying a house in Tuscany, in the Lunigiana, and prices are not really cheap in this region. So overall, I don't think the asking price is excessive. Access via a terrace on the mezzanine floor. The house comprises a living room, two bedrooms, a kitchen, and a bathroom. So we are talking about 80 square meters. 80 square meters for 85,000 euro. We are around 1,000, a tiny bit more than 1,000 euro per square meter. Now, if I go on realadvisor.it, I always, when I check for the properties for sale, I always like to be a bit less than the average price per square meter. So here we see that I am in Fivizzano here on realadvisor.it, and they're showing that the average price for the houses for sale in this municipality, in Fivizzano municipality, is around 1,000. I mean, it's the average. It's 1,014 euro per square meter. and that's actually the price that we are here in this property. Um, we are a tiny bit over 1,000 euros. So we are perfectly in the average price of Real Advisor. Obviously, we see that there are the minimum price per square meter of a house listed in Fivizzano is 277 euro per square meter. But probably this is about houses that are totally in need of renovation, up to the properties sold for higher price per square meter is about 2,616 euro per square meter. So we are now on the at the average price is 1,014 euro. Okay, let's go back to the property just to read the basic features. So we have a semi-detached house, one floor. There is also a cellar, if I'm not wrong. Uh, anyway, yes, includes a cellar. So the house has also this storage place. 80 square meter build, 80 square meters built, 5 rooms, one bathroom, one balcony, second hand good condition, storeroom, orientation south, which is always better to have the house south oriented, individual heating, natural gas, then there is a garden. So okay, now after this introduction, after the basic features, after the description, we can start going to have a look at the property. So there is, let's start here. We are in the living room. So they said kitchen, living room, two bedrooms, and a bathroom. All right, so here we are in the living room, which is quite spacious. The roof, the ceiling is a wooden ceiling, looks quite solid and kind of new, in a good condition. Um, I'd say that the house looks in order, everything in order. Now, what I'm not a great fan myself of this house is the floor. That is not really brand new and is nothing special. But anyway, it's not destroyed, doesn't need to be made straight away, remade in case someone wants to put a. It would look much better with another, let me say, um, with another floor. But this is the one that they have now, and I would keep it as it is in the beginning. So here we see that there is the entrance door. So here we have this little column here, which is probably heading the kitchen. Then here we have the bathroom. Now notice the entrance here, and so the bathroom I will also show you from outside, uh, where the bathroom area that is also possible to see from the entrance mezzanine. So there is an entrance from a mezzanine which with also a terrace, which is nice. It's an independent entrance, but there is also a sharing part with probably another house that is above. This is what I understood by the pictures. All right, so here we see basically this is the kitchen. Here there is a small fridge. On the right we have the entrance door. Behind who took the picture there is the bathroom, and from here I see a corridor that is leading to the bedrooms. But then let's keep investigating a bit more. Anyway, overall the house, there is a window here on the left of the table. Okay, yeah, as you can see here now is on the right the window, so the house anyway is kind of bright. Okay, here we have the kitchen. Kitchen that where here we see the entrance. Then anyway there is a beautiful vaulted barrel ceiling. which is nice, showing the original bricks when they made this house. So I'm not saying it's a very old construction, but anyway, old enough. We can see, for example, when they've done some restoration works for the structure itself, they also put this bar here. Anyway, these are type of works that has to be done when you're renovating old houses. Again, on the right, we have the access to the living room. Obviously, kitchen is not very big, so it's not really possible to eat. It's more use the living room also has a dining room. But anyway, the place could be displayed. Obviously, this kitchen is old. One of the first thing to do in this case is to make a nice, decent kitchen. Then okay, here from the kitchen, as we see the bar here, now we are looking at the opposite direction. There is this door, and here from this door there are some steps which they have another entrance, but it looks like it's a sharing part. It's a common area with the house that is. Um, I don't know if the house is on the second floor or is another mezzanine on the other side. Anyway, the thing is that by far, so far, by what I understood, there is a sharing stair, which is leading also to the cellar. So basically, there is another entrance plus the access to the cellar. Obviously, again, I'm not a fan of this floor, but overall it's not in a bad condition. I would just focus on a modern kitchen, on a better kitchen here. Then okay, here we have another picture of the kitchen. Here we have a picture of the master bedroom. Anyway, I don't see any leakages. I don't see any need of replastering the walls. Apart again the tiles of the floor, everything looks in a good condition. Here we have a better picture of the living room, sorry, of the bedroom, which is not very small, anyway, a decent space. This is the master bedroom. Here we have another bedroom where they put what you call it, a bunk bed here. Here now it's a pity when they took the picture they were probably keeping the window closed with the blinds closed because I don't see any light. But by the floor plan you see that each room anyway has a window. So uh, anyway, it's not. It is a bit smaller than the bedroom, than the master bedroom, but I might say not that small. So it's still possible to use anyway as a bedroom or as a studio. Anyway, as an extra space in the house. Um, okay, then maybe I would use it more than a bedroom, more as a studio in case, for example, if it's a retiring couple who like and there are just two people living, I would use these also because here I see the master bedroom, I see the access. But anyway, let's have a look. Okay, this is the sharing part. This is probably the sharing part that is leading to the cellar. Now, if we see at the stairs going up, is probably bringing to another apartment or house. And this is a door that is leading to the kitchen. As we see, there is the entrance door from the other side, plus this door here that is leading to the cellar, if we're going down the steps. And this is a picture of the cellar, which I liked yesterday when I had a look in the. I didn't go into the details, but I saw it as a nice cellar where to keep. Um, Actually, here is also possible to make a kind of tavern. It's possible also if you arrange it in a nice way to make a kind of playroom or an extra room, not only as a cellar. If it's heated, the room itself, maybe there is the chance to have a fireplace. Anyway, kind of tavern, we call taverna, is a kind of basement room where many countryside houses in Italy have. They can be used as a storage, as a cellar, or as an extra room as well. Obviously, not to rent out. I see there is a little window, anyway, for fresh air access. But anyway, the space itself is not bad. Okay, then here we have the bathroom. Again, everything looks in order. There is the window. It's quite spacious. It's not really a small bathroom. The floor, nothing special. I see the radiators, so has a decent heating system. Okay, so here this picture, if you go down the stairs, you're probably going to the cellar. If here there is a door, that is probably another entrance door. So it's also possible to enter in the house. Here behind who took the picture, there is the kitchen, and this is probably leading to someone else's house. This door here. Then again, has to be understood only once we are in the place. Obviously, if this house would be just for of one owner, it would be much better. I don't. It's strange to see this type of door as an entrance door. So obviously, maybe it should be contact the seller and ask for more information. Okay, this is the space from anyway, that is leading to the entrance, but has this beautiful terrace with also view. Now, here today, in that day, was a bit cloudy, but you can already see that anyway that there is a lovely view. Okay, here there is the entrance, and this space here that we see, this room that is popping out, this is the bathroom. And also I can see that the roof was quite done recently because anyway, it's not in a bad condition. Here, anyway, there is this terrace space with this fence here, kind of balcony also. Anyway, nice space, and from here probably then there is the car parking space. Okay, here we have another picture of the cellar, which is a nice space. Obviously, is raw, but could be possible also to make an extra room here. Again, a kind of living room that you may use in the summer, a space that you can use maybe not in the wintry months when it's very cold. Then here we have a picture probably of the olive grove. They are not saying how many, but now to buy a plot of land here with olive trees is not that cheap. So if we consider the price of the house plus the olive grove and the cellar and the panoramic view, I'd say this asking price is not crazy. If we and then here we also have this type of view. We are kind of in a walking distance from the town, even if it looks immersed in the nature, but we are not far from the town. I'll show you later. Anyway, here there is a gate where it's possible to park the car or to enter with a car. I see here there is a car driving. Okay, here we have so the floor plan, which has this entrance and sharing part. Okay, and also where this is the cellar, the storage place, deposito in Italian. Probably this is belong to another one, to someone else. Then here we have the house. All right, so we have the entrance here where we see the steps, the terrace, then we enter into the kitchen, then the kitchen is leading to the stairs, where that is sharing, is a common area. Then here we have the living room, here's the bathroom, here what I would use more than a bedroom as a studio, and then here there is the master bedroom. Okay, so these are all the pictures that we see. Here is the address, so for sale Via Vigna. Now here from this picture we see that there is SS63, Strada Statale 63. Now there is an hospital, there is health district, there are there are retail shops, there is post, carabinieri, banks, pharmacies. So we are in a town. This is the old part where we see here Piazza Medicea. We are in the old part of the town. I've noticed that is in a walking distance, maybe 5-10 minutes distance um, from Via Vigna to reach the center of the town, or anyway to reach most of the shops. Let's go then on Google Maps. Okay, so here we have Fivizzano. I don't know if there is a railway. I don't think there is a railway that brings here. Maybe there is a bus station. I believe there is a bus station where that can bring you to La Spezia or Lucca, Pisa, Massa Carrara. Then here there is a little fortress I want to see. Interesting. Fortezza della Verrucola. Anyway, this is the town itself. Now let's try to go in Via Vigna, which should be okay. Here I see already Via Vigna. The thing is that hard to guess now from this is Via Vigna here, but hard to guess which of these houses it is. But anyway, as we see, for example, now I can zoom in, could be for example this one, or could be here. Anyway, for sure is one of these three houses and is a portion of one of the houses here. Anyway, let's try to go on Google Street View, because here we are in Via Vigna. Okay, okay. Then again, not easy to understand which house is the one for sale. Anyway, we see a lovely town. We are not really now in the center of the town. I'm trying to go now. It's like if I'm walking and trying to go closer to the town. Anyway, we are in a walking distance. And Fivizzano, let me see here if this is the road that is leading. No, probably we have to keep going down to the end of the road. Okay, now here we are at the end of the road, and probably from here then we are leading to the old part of the town, as we see. Anyway, it's very close to the hospital, Reggio Emilia, the center of the town. Here we have La Superstrada, that is leading to the most common destination. That's what we call it. It's not a motorway. Anyway, it's a secondary road, but leading to different directions. All right. And and from here then we are leading to the old part of the town. We can see there is playground, parking, and so on. Now, where I saw the was for a moment here, there is probably the bus station. I see a bus. Anyway, there are restaurants, there are different pizzeria, Vladimiro. So anyway, there probably is a wooden fire pizza. There are different type of shops, and here we are already, let's say, closer. We are getting closer to the central part of the town. But anyway, we see lovely bars, lovely places, lovely spots where to spend evenings, banks, hairdresser, another bar there, bank. All right, anyway, pharmacy. Here we are leading anyway to the old part. Okay, another hairdresser. Let's see. There are lovely houses, ferramenta, hardware shop. So there are all type of shops. The town itself has more than 4,000 inhabitants. Here it's a little grocery shop, but you can find even bigger. Another bank, Credit Agricole. Um, okay, my friends. So this is probably a school. I don't know. Anyway, bakery, possible lovely lovely town, and if you're looking for a place where to live in Tuscany, I'd say this town, Fivizzano, could be a lovely place where to live, very close to the sea. Again, we are talking about, let's see how far is from the sea, and then I'm gonna close the video. All right, so here is Fivizzano. Uh, let's see how far we are from the sea. We are not far, not at all. Let me see. Now I want to La Spezia, Lerici, that is a beautiful place. Marina di Massa, Forte dei Marmi. Now, Forte dei Marmi is a very touristic destination. Porto Venere, which is another beautiful destination. Lerici, Sarzana. Sarzana is another beautiful town. So let's see direction from Fivizzano to Lerici, which it looks like one of the closest. Lerici is in Liguria. Fivizzano is in Tuscany, but Lerici. So how far is from the sea? Let's see. They say 47 minutes. Okay, I thought it was a bit closer. Anyway, in kilometers, it's not that far because I see here 5 kilometers. How many kilometers? It's 42 kilometers. Okay. So I thought it was a bit closer to reach. It's actually the same distance that it takes me from Montemilone if I want to go to the sea. Um, I thought it was a bit closer. Let's see Marina di Carrara. If I want to go to Marina di Carrara, if it's a bit closer, Marina di Carrara, 54 minutes. So it's driving me through these roads here. It's not leading me through other roads. So yes, so the only road if I want to go to the sea is this one. Then anyway, motorway is very close from here. So again, my friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope I wasn't that much boring. And so if you like my videos, please put like and subscribe. It takes 2 seconds. It doesn't cost anything. And I'll see you here on Italy, a Place to Love YouTube channel to my next video. Bye.